Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day, wherever you may be around the globe. It certainly is a fantastic morning, a brand new day, y'all, to get something done. A brand new, way of thinking about things. Just a brand new day. I hope that, when you woke up this morning, you gave God thanks for, just another day to get those things right. But also, did you remember to frame your mind, to frame your day, to frame your mindset? Did you get in that mirror? Did you talk to yourself? Did you bring forth those affirmations? Did you get yourself in line, to enjoy your day? Because I'm going to tell you, Tiffany, it's been a fantastic day. And I mean, it's what, just 10:01? But, so far, it's been a fantastic day. And, you have to wake up with that atmosphere of expectancy. You have to wake up with that atmosphere of anticipation. Whatever you expect, y'all, will come to you. Always expect to win. Always expect to have a great day. And the way you expect those things and the way you frame your day is exactly what will happen, and that's all throughout life. I was sitting back and I was thinking, about the fantastic people that, I had met this week, the fantastic people I have had meetings with. Every day I anticipate meeting new people that we could collaborate with, that we could, enhance each other or enhance our audience. And I'm going to tell you, fantastic connections. But that's what you have to do. You just don't sit back and wait for it to happen. Make it happen. And make this day a great day. Okay? Make it a great day.
Absolutely.
And with that, a great day. You have to do it. Because Tiffany, otherwise it'll just fall just like, wherever it may.
And you don't want it to fall wherever it may. You want to make sure that you're strategic and tell your day what it's going to be, because our minds are just that powerful that we have the ability to think a negative thought and quickly counteract it. I can quickly say, I feel like doing this or that, and it's going to be something negative to you. But then I'm like, nah, I shouldn't even think that way. No, let me chill. It's a beautiful thing. We have power to do that. So don't allow anybody to frustrate your day. Don't allow, it's a moment. Let it be a fleeting moment. Don't allow anybody to aggravate you. Change their atmosphere. You be the atmosphere shifter. You be the one that's able to change the atmosphere for the positive. And make sure you're commanding your day as to what it is that you want. Make sure you go after also what it is that you want. Don't just think it. Go ahead and think it, and then go ahead and see it through.
Oh, that's so true. Activating it. Yeah. And with that being said, let me introduce myself. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your number one inspirational book coach. And I teach you how to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. And, we're going to take you to higher heights, y'all, and deeper depths. Because too many times, women, you are leaving money on the table. And this is 2022. And this is the year you're going to put an end to that. You're going to get everything that's due you. Okay? Everything that's due you. But you have to have that mindset. And today we're going to teach you about developing a growth mindset. And it's simple. It's simple, Tiffany. And we have a conference that's coming up.
Yeah.
March the 16th, which is next week. Next Wednesday. Yeah. And we have some dynamic women speakers. Okay? Women who have taken their businesses to the next level.
Yeah.
They have proof.
Yeah.
And they're out there and they're selfless human beings. Okay. They don't mind sharing what it took for them to go to the next level. And they're willing to help you.
Yeah.
Whether it's your book writing, you're on your book writing journey, or if you're an entrepreneur, they're willing to help you with their expertise, with their knowledge, with all of those things to give you that easy win. Because we know that sometimes you struggle because you just don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Okay. Right. But be ready. Be ready to receive the things that they have for you. We have what? We have a lady, Rosalind Henderson, as a matter of fact, who's talking about sales. We have Cecilia Faye Morris, who's talking about, reaching your audience instead of you, your audience reaching you instead of you scrambling to reach your audience.
Makes
We
sense.
have the virtual bookstore with Jeanette Martin. And then we have Charlene Brown telling you how to turn your visitors into paying clients. So, and besides, you have Tiffany and myself, we'll be talking about different things. But I'm just excited, Tiffany.
Yeah.
I am so excited about this
Yeah.
conference that's coming up. And did you drop the link in there, or I'll just drop the link?
I can go ahead and do it. I got it.
Okay. All right.
I'm scared. You might do it anyway.
In the comment section where you could, sign up on Eventbrite. And it's free virtual conference, y'all. And don't forget to sign up on Eventbrite because there'll be some things, there's some free gifts. And I don't know if there's slide presentations that they'll share with you or not, but I know there'll be free gifts there. So you want to sign up so you'll be able to receive all of those things, those goodies that they have for you.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a good event. And then on top of that, it's still National Women's Month. So it sure might have been International Women's Day a few days ago, but the whole month is about empowering women. It should be about, and the theme for the month is, stopping the bias. So we want to make sure that here's an opportunity that we can create for ourselves and making sure that we're doing what we need to do for ourselves, empowering ourselves and becoming better for ourselves and our community. So this is definitely an event that you want to go ahead and make sure that you register to. It's a free conference. Who doesn't like free? However, you still need to go ahead and register for that. So it's a beautiful time for you to do it. Take the opportunity now. You have dual screens or you have multiple tabs you can open. Leave the program, leave the broadcast playing in the background and go ahead and click on the link so you could get signed up.
Yeah. Awesome. So who are you, Tiffany? You didn't introduce yourself.
You didn't do you yet either, so that's why I hadn't said nothing.
Yes, I did. Didn't I say I was the #1 inspirational book coach who teach them how to maximize their potential? Did I say it? Girl, we just so excited about what's going on. This International Women's Day and Women's Month, and these women who's going to show up and show out, right? Yeah.
But that's what happened. I guess we got caught up in the introduction of it. I was like, I'm not going to say my piece until she says her piece. But I am Tiffany Rochelle. I am also known as the People's Cheerleader. And then once you come on and we'll be having a personal conversation, then you also know me as Coach T. Rowe. So nevertheless, what I do is I help to inspire and activate those gifts that are inside of you and help you to rid the toxins from your heart and to set goals that are true to you. Because I believe out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. So we've already talked about the conference that we got coming up. So all I'm going to tell you is just to make sure that you comment and you go ahead and keep communication with us in this comment section. And I guess we can go ahead and get the show started now when I got the announcements out the way and introductions finally.
Yes, because we want them to stop leaving money on the table. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about, developing that growth mindset and to capture the mindset to achieve your goals. And that just comes from reading. Okay. Simple as that, y'all, reading. And if you want to expand your mind, if you want to build that confidence, because we talked about this on the previous broadcast about build how you showing up. Matter of fact, it could have been yesterday about showing up with confidence, and your confidence, it builds that, competence. It builds something in you. But when you read, you're developing different things inside of you that is going to help you in the long run, to help you succeed, to reach your goals, to crush those numbers, or, to stop leaving money on the table. It's going to expand your mindset, y'all. Reading opens up your mind by helping you to grow and to learn. And, it's so important to, read different books that's according to your goals, according to your journey, according to your purpose. And you'll see there'll be some dynamic things that you'll find, along the way that you never thought about, that you never thought about. And that's why, y'all, it's so important, ladies. If you're thinking about writing your book, get that book out there because somebody's waiting to hear what's on your heart, what you're passionate about, that message that could possibly, okay, create that movement to shift somebody else's thinking, to shift somebody else's way of living, way of being. Reading has a dynamic effect. So that's why it's so important, I tell y'all, to get your books out there. Don't think that, oh, well, everybody else has written on this subject. Who wants to hear from me? Get your book out there because it's so important. When we talk about developing a growth mindset, I want to tell you, success comes from consistent personal development. Okay? Consistent personal development. And that's something that you will, get when you read. You develop. Your mind will develop. You remember? Levels and stages. There's different, parts that will be enhanced. And another great thing, Tiffany, when you have, say a day. Yesterday was a day, y'all. Yesterday, I crushed my goals, okay? I had a day, but I had everything lined up because it was a busy day. I was in bed at 7:30. That's how busy the day was. But everything got done, okay? I put myself to bed at that time because I had a busy day and it was fulfilled, okay? So we have to learn that. But I read before, even if it was a couple of minutes, and I went to sleep. But, reading is a way to even relieve the stress, okay? Or to, unload, have a different mindset, have a peaceful mindset where your mind is not racing, your mind is not racing, it relieves stress, it brings that pleasure, it brings that enjoyment. So these are different ways. Like I said, we're talking about developing a growth mindset, but we're talking about from a reading perspective. Okay, from a reading perspective. Reading helps you to focus, bring in everything to on a focal point. Now, you may be having problems in areas of focus, but when you begin to read, reading will do something to you, okay? It will do something to you. It's working. As you're reading, things are working in your mind to develop, to bring together things where you could have this critical understanding. There's so many different things that we could talk about today about how reading will help you, in life, not only in writing, but also in life. Okay. Also in life. So go on, Tiffany, as we move into the first one.
You want to do the first one, or you want me to?
Oh no, you go ahead on, and then you do the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm gonna let you do the first one, but I know I want to do what you did say a little while ago.
Okay.
Just a second ago, and I absolutely enjoyed the fact that you were saying about making sure that you're walking in your purpose. Okay. And I think that is so important that we strategically outline our day and don't allow life to suffocate us and don't allow us to fulfill our purpose. Sometimes we're losing track of what it is that we're supposed to do, but please, please, please make sure that you have your purpose in mind and you have your purpose going before you so that you'll be able to make sure you're not being one of them individuals that go to the graveyard and all purpose was set in you. Making sure that you get your purpose out. Don't die with your purpose inside of you. Making sure, I can't reiterate, hey, Christine, I can't reiterate enough. Making sure that your purpose goes before you and you making sure that your purpose is fulfilled on the earth. We cannot be stagnated no longer. Making sure that that's good. So go for it.
Yeah, it's so true. Your purpose. And that goes back to what we were talking about, defining who you are. Know who you are, y'all. Know who you are. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, everyone who's tuning in. I know sometimes people just don't get in the comments, but they tune in anyway.
Yeah, right.
They say they'll follow the show. And we appreciate each and every one of you who's following the show, who's following either myself or Tiffany, who's, just out there. We appreciate you. We see you and we want to acknowledge you today. Okay. Connect to what you already know. This is something that reading helps you do. Connect to what you already know. And just like I said, it enhances. Okay. It's steps, y'all. It's levels. It's things that you could take from and build upon. That's what reading does. You may know something about, or you may know a lot about something, but then you don't know, other parts of it. And you see, even when you're writing, even when you have a small business, okay, this is something that enhances your mindset, because now you could take from what you read, okay, and all the time when you're reading, it's working in your mind, okay. Now you're able to see things in another light. Now you are able to see things that you haven't seen before, okay. And you see how it enhances you. The same with you, authors. If you have a book out there, your message is important because it helps people, develop their mindset, to have that growth mindset. Because if you're not reading, okay, and you say you're writing, guess what? It's not developing something inside of you. And all you seen it is from that, perspective. Okay. And a lot of times you're not even considering your audience, because as you write, it should be from your audience perspective. As you have a business, it should be from your clients, your audience's perspective, not from yours. What do they want? What are their pain points? Your thing is to solve their pain. Your thing is to enhance them, to give them easy wins. So when you read, it connects you with what you already know, and it also builds, okay? And it gives longevity.
Right.
That longevity where you won't run out. You
Right.
won't
Right.
run out of content and ideas, right?
You're right. And that you always should be constantly trying to build you anyway and trying to make you better, because you want to be able to, because we speak about value so much while we're in the broadcast. And as you're reading and as you're discovering different things or trying something new, that helps you to discover certain things that you need to know so that you're able to connect with the individuals that you already know. So there are certain aspects. Sometimes we box people in and we only see them as one particular thing or another thing. But as your vocabulary grows and as your memory starts expanding and your knowledge starts to expand, it's amazing how you're able to pull something out of an individual. You're like, hey, I didn't know. You just start talking about, hey, I was reading this book and this book was talking about whales, and you had no idea that this person is interested in whales and they have to save the whales. And now you done opened up a whole nother world, to be able to reach somebody that you were already connected with. But because of the stuff that you're trying to always constantly enhance yourself, then therefore you're able to connect with individuals. And now because you done started another avenue of conversation with this individual about whales, now they want to connect you to somebody else, and they're like, oh my God, let me tell you about that. So it's amazing when you try to educate yourself and enhance yourself. It builds a better you, which enables you to connect with other individuals. And then you never know, that it's just all about connecting. I want to connect with this one and I connect with that one. They introduced me to here, and it builds. But that all started with you enhancing yourself and you wanting to do better, rather it's reading, rather it's going to go try something new. You're doing something to build you.
Yeah, it's so true, because we store up so much information on the inside of us, y'all. We got so much. And when you're talking about values, just like we talk about values, there's so much information on inside of us. Sometimes we forget about that information. We forget about what we know. We definitely forget. But
and that's because we're not using it.
Yeah, not using it.
We don't use it. So of course you're gonna forget. Those clothes that I had in my closet, I had them in my closet. I just have them. That's there. But the minute that I was like, okay, let's not, I'm just hoarding it. Don't hoard your information in. Utilize the information so you're able to connect with individuals and start doing that. You need to start expanding your brain and making sure that you utilize the knowledge that's in there. Sometimes I have conversations with friends and I'm like, man, I forgot about that. Man, but I knew it. So it's at least
Yeah.
I might have forgotten about it, but now I know it's always constant. Now I want to talk to other individuals to keep that up, but it
Mhm.
also makes me want to strive and become better.
Yeah.
Always strive and become better is
Yeah.
always ahead of us. That's what we always have to continuously remember. Better is ahead of us. So
Yeah.
always strive to become better because we want to reach forward to our goals that we have, and our goals are going to be achieved in our future.
Mhm.
So start becoming a better now, and you'll appreciate what's coming before you. Better is always ahead.
And it's true. Better's always ahead, always
Mhm.
ahead. And I like the point that you talk about sharing. Girl, I
Mhm.
love to share. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Sharing's
when you don't
caring.
share, sharing's caring. But when you get good information, when you have something that will help somebody, go ahead and share it. Because you
Share.
know how you say, well, and share it right now is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Okay.
Mhm.
Share it
Mhm.
right now because you have good intentions.
Mhm.
Okay. To
Mhm.
share it, but then you forget about it.
Man.
Then you forget about it. If
Mhm.
you know something's going to help somebody over here, go ahead and share that
Mhm.
information. Don't hoard anything. Don't hoard anything, but
Don't.
have, and that's another part of defining yourself and getting there. And it's seen if you have a way about you that you think that you should hold things to you because maybe there was a situation in your life where people abandon you or people use you and you don't want to share the information and you just hold it to yourself.
Yeah.
Get out of that. Begin to share. Okay, this is a world full of abundance. And
Yes.
whatever you make happen for others, it will come back to you.
Mhm.
Okay? Good
Mhm.
measure,
Mhm.
pressed down, shaken together, and running over. How you like that?
Mhm. No,
It'll
I
come
like
back
that.
to you the same way that you share it.
Yeah.
Because this is a world full of abundance. Okay?
Mhm.
And you don't hear me, talking about a lot of things where we're talking about millions and billions and stuff, but I
Mhm.
certainly can talk about that, okay?
Mhm.
There's enough money in this world for you to be making your millions, just like some other people that are making their millions. Okay, there's no reason that you should hoard things and cut yourself short and do all these little scheming and slimy things in order to make it. No, just do the right thing and it will come. Give and it shall be given unto you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Always give. When you get up in the
Always.
morning, always, this is a part of your morning routine. Lord, who can I share with today, or who can I bless today? Because you're blessed to be a blessing. And when
Yeah.
you see yourself
Yeah.
as a blessing, it'll change your whole atmosphere. Okay, it will
Mhm.
change your whole atmosphere. That's right. Everybody can eat.
Absolutely.
Everybody
Mhm.
will eat. Okay, just think of that aspect.
Mhm.
Everybody will eat. And you should never be afraid of sharing. When I have
Yeah.
something good, I was on a connection the other day with a lady, she, and matter of fact, she's got another schedule because I had a call after that.
Okay.
And a Zoom meeting after that. So get back with me. And she did for next week. She got back, she's getting back with me. And I learned something that day. I found out something that day. I say, you need to be on this call. You need to be in this room
Okay.
because this will help you.
Mhm.
Always look for ways to help other people.
Mhm.
Okay. Even if they can't give back to you, look for ways to help other people because guess what? It will come to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
It will come back to you.
Mhm.
It may not come that same way, but it will come back
Right.
to you.
It's coming
So,
back. Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So even with your, like I said, with your books, with your business, and when we're talking about developing that growth mindset about sharing, don't hold back on
Sure.
anything that that's going to help somebody else.
Mhm.
Okay, don't
Yep.
ever hold back,
Okay.
and that'll move us to, yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Improves your comprehension. Okay, it helps you to know how to structure your words and sentences. This is
Mhm.
what reading does. It
Mhm.
improves your comprehension.
Mhm.
Okay, because some people don't comprehend things and it may be hard.
Mhm.
There
Mhm.
may be things that happen. Okay,
Mhm.
everybody's not the same,
Mhm.
but when you read, it improves that. Okay,
Yeah.
with all that getting,
Get
get an
it.
understanding. Sometimes people don't understand don't understand things, sometimes it's hard. But as you read, it's doing something inside of the mind. Okay. It develops also reasoning and anticipation. Okay. How people anticipate things, their reasoning. So, and Tiffany, this may be something, and this is an exercise when we're talking about, and it's not a hard exercise, okay? We're talking about reading, but sometimes people may have a hard time, comprehending things.
Yeah.
Sometimes they may have a hard time anticipating things, but sometimes they may have a hard time expecting things, okay? Because of something that's going on in their mind. But read, like we open up the store, the show this morning, not the store. We ain't opening up no store. We opening up a show. Okay, this morning,
Starts with
and
an
we
S.
are developing, the mindset and different things of that nature. It's so powerful. Read books that's according to your purpose, according to where you're trying to go. Okay, always enhance. Just like Tiffany said, enhance yourself. Always enhance those people. That's why it's so powerful when we're talking about investing in yourself at the level that you expect results. And don't be afraid. You see, this also comes with breaking down that fear or getting rid of that fear factor. Because fear, when people don't understand things, they fear things. But once you understand things, that removes that fear. Okay. Once you understand things. I heard a gentleman talk about fear of flying. Okay, he was going to fly this jet, fighter jet, as a matter of fact. He was talking about that. But when he had an understanding of how, the wind and the, how you call those things, the wings, and how it lifted the jet, and he had an understanding of that fear was gone. So the same thing in life, that's why you read. You read, developing a growth mindset. And once you understand those things, now you no longer fear them.
Right. And that's the catch, is what your understanding, and you're able to go ahead and make sure you're applying it to your life. I think that's the unfortunate thing with our conversation sometimes with people. We're just hearing what an individual is saying, and you're not taking the opportunity to kind of comprehend and understand what they're really saying to us. And then that's how disagreements end up happening. But it's a major thing to have the conversation with individuals and get a clear understanding. And it's not one of those, okay, I want to get the conversation over with, and you're just like, okay, no, let's make sure that we have a clear understanding, and we're making sure that I want to make, did you understand me? Are you sure? You're good. Comprehension matters, and it's not the fact of us not being able to do certain stuff. It's you didn't understand, you didn't comprehend the task. You didn't really get the full essence of what the individual was trying to explain to you on how to be able to accomplish something. It's imperative that when we're having conversations and we're having dialogues with people, that we have to make sure that we're comprehending what's going on in that conversation. And so that's going to help you in the process of you talking to individuals. That's going to be able to help you with your networking, because that's a part of what we're talking about, is making sure your comprehension matters. So yes, reading books is great, and making sure we're understanding that, but also making sure that we're comprehending what others are saying in the midst of a conversation.
And that's true, because I think we talked about this earlier. People listen to respond. They don't listen to understand, they don't listen to understand. And that's something that, we see those things. And when we take an inventory of ourselves, those are things that, we could work on, like you say, actively work on. And it moves us into the next one, what it talks about organizing your thoughts. Okay. Because y'all know we have some thoughts running in our head, and we got to be conscious of those things. Okay. Prioritize those things, organize your thoughts. Okay. There's some thoughts that you need to dismiss right then. If it's negative, it's bringing detriment, it's against your purpose, get rid of those things. Okay. Get rid of those things, because those things are not good. Anything that's good, lovely, have a good report, those are the things that you should think on. Okay. Those other thoughts, those self-defeating mindsets, those negative things about the past, what people have said, don't sit there and meditate on those things. Because when you meditate on those things will become, they'll come inside of you further. They'll go down in your heart. And you know what it says about out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And once you speak something, you speak it into reality. Then you're wondering why things are happening a certain way because you spoke it. Okay. So you have to organize your thoughts. Read books that's going to enhance you. Read books that's going to help you. Read books that have a positive message, okay? Even if they talk about negative situations and circumstances where you can identify with those things, okay? But it always will have a light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to show you how to get out of that situation. It's going to show you things that you didn't know about that situation, okay? But organize your thoughts. Reading helps to organize your thoughts. It helps you develop that growth mindset where you're not just staying in your mind and thinking, oh, this only happens to me. Oh, this is, just me. And it happened to nobody else. It didn't happen to 1,000 other people, okay? Thousands of other people. It's not just you. So you have to see it in that light. And, go and read so you could begin to organize those thoughts. Organize those thoughts to junk thoughts, things that's going to do you no good, and thoughts that's going to enhance you. There's only two. There's one that's going to lead you toward your goals and be positive and it's going to lead you to success. And it's another one to, destroy you. That's going to lead to destruction. There's only two. Okay. There's only two ways. Either you get, those positive thoughts or you get those negative thoughts. It's either life or death. Choose. You have to choose. It's time for you to be responsible and, be aware of your thoughts. Just don't let them run through your head and just let them run and you meditating and you concentrating on that negative thing, life or death. Which one you going to choose? Choose life.
Choose ye this day. Which thought you're going to go with. Absolutely.
That's right.
I totally understand. I think organization of your thoughts is very important. Just like we organize our house and we know where certain things go. And where things that go into the bathroom, they belong in the bathroom. Then you have your toothbrush set up. Here's on the right side of the sink, whichever way, right side of the sink, mouthwash is on the left side of the sink. You go into the shower. You got your soaps all lined up. Towels go in a certain spot. Face rags or washcloths, they go in a certain spot. Everything in your house normally is organized. And if somebody comes over, you can say, hey, go into the right cabinet, get you a glass. You have everything in its specific space in exactly how it's going to go. Same thing with our thoughts. We need to be able to filter and make sure that we're cleaning up our thoughts because certain things in our house we don't no longer need. It's certain things we'll put into the trash can and then we'll take the trash out and make sure that, it's no longer in the house. We're able to filter out things that are in the house that either they need a refill or they just need to get gone. Same thing with our thoughts. Sometimes it's like, oh, I have this goal that I want to get. I want to get me a car. I want a new vehicle. So in the process of me needing to get the new vehicle, now I got to filter through what do I have to do first? Now I got to organize that, save some money. I got to find a car. It maybe not be in that order because I found the car I want. Now I need to know how much money I got to get. And am I going to pay off the car completely? I'm going to go into the dealership and I'm going to buy it outright. Or am I going to go ahead and get some financing on it? Certain things, those are the little thought patterns, and you have to organize that and find out what's more of a priority, what has to go first, what needs to get gotten. Then there's also those negative thoughts that we have that are pushing us to be in a place that we don't need to be at. It could be forcing us to do some negative interactions with individuals. It could cause us not to do anything with our life and cause us to be stagnated. Either way it goes, of whatever the negativity it is that we're thinking of, we need to make sure that we filter that appropriately, because we need to either get rid of that or say, you know what, this isn't that great of a trait for me to do, but if I enhance it and do a little bit better, you could turn that negative into a positive. And so you can flip it around. But however, it's making sure that those things that I'm thinking on, though, that so a man thinketh, that is he. What are you thinking about? So it's
Mhm.
things, are we thinking about, hey, I feel like I want to end my life, negative thoughts. So now we need to replace that with something super positive. So it's like you need to make sure you're filtering out what's good for you and what's not good for you. And the things that are good for you, making sure that they're ahead of you and you're pressing towards making those things happen and making sure that those things stay before you so that you don't get stagnated.
Yeah, and that's so true. I'm over here laughing.
What?
Tiffany, who says face rags? I haven't heard that word in a long time. Girl, that's
I'm
face
country.
rags.
I was raised by country folk, okay?
I
That's
had to
what I try.
laugh. I said,
I
I'm
try to
not
fix.
going to interrupt her. Huh?
I try to fix it. And I was like washcloths.
Yes, you did say it. It was a good comeback.
But that's kind of like how it is with purses. So for me, I don't say I say a purse, and other people they say get my pocketbook, and I'm like pocketbook. It's not a pocketbook. It's a purse. So
Yes,
it's
yes,
kind of one of those little things.
yes. Could tell you was raised by your grandma. Haven't heard those terms in a long time.
Go
I
on and
didn't
get
want
you
to
a face
interrupt you.
rag.
I was laughing, huh?
I said, go on and get a face rag. Go on in there. And that's how it would be. Go on in there and get you a face rag. I'm like, oh.
But yeah, it's so true. How you organize your thoughts, you know? We just reminiscing, y'all. Y'all know that. Just reminiscing. Y'all have heard those terms too.
Uh-huh.
But you know, organize your thoughts because this is what it goes to, okay? People thinking they'll say it. I can't afford this, okay? I can't afford this.
Mhm.
Instead of saying you can't afford, because you can afford it, okay? Change your thoughts and figure out how you could get it. Okay? Figure out how that you're going to get whatever that thing you're saying that you can't afford.
Mhm.
Develop a growth mindset.
Mhm.
And now your mind is going to figure out ways,
Mhm.
or it's going to come from outside inside of you. You're
Yeah.
going to figure out ways. This is a part of that planning, a
Mhm.
part of the goals,
Mhm.
how you can make this happen.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
And stick to that plan. Do what you got to do, and you'll see that you can afford it. Don't take the shortcut and say I can't afford it and just dismiss it, because I'm gonna tell you, you deserve it. Okay, you
You
deserve
deserve.
it.
Mhm.
Don't stop counting yourself out. You have value.
Mhm.
Okay, you're leaving money on the table.
Stop that.
Leaving money on the table, girl. That's what happens because
Mhm.
people say they can't afford, and yes, they can.
Yeah.
They just have to figure out a way. That's why you read books to enhance, to
Mhm.
find those other ways. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
find those other ways, y'all. Is so important.
Yeah.
Develop a growth mindset because
Sure.
this is your winning season,
Yeah, it
and this
is. Yeah.
moves us into motivating and building ideas. You
Mhm.
know, motivating and building ideas. When
Yeah.
we're talking about, developing, yeah, that growth mindset.
Mhm.
It should be something that motivates you instead of saying I can't afford. Okay, now, okay, let me find a way how I could do this.
Mhm.
Let's expand the mind.
Mhm.
Let me look for opportunities. And now what happens is you'll begin to see those opportunities.
Sure.
You'll begin to visualize how you can make this thing happen.
Mhm.
And then you'll be able even to create things
Mhm.
in order to make it happen.
Sure.
Because everything you need, y'all, is already inside of you.
Mhm.
Everything.
Everything. Mhm. Mhm.
Build those ideas.
Mhm.
Motivate yourself. Don't count yourself short and say,
Mhm.
I'm just going to throw in the towel. Or
Hmm.
in Tiffany's case, the face rag.
You know what? I see where you're going today. Okay. Gotcha. That's a good one, Coach. That's a good one.
Yep. But, building those ideas. Oh, she said face rag.
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all ain't got no chill. Y'all gotta chill.
I haven't heard that term in a long time.
Y'all gotta chill. I'm glad that I was able to motivate some laughter out of y'all. God, yeah.
Laughter is good, right? Laughter is good. Sometimes
Absolutely.
you need to laugh, you know?
Absolutely. Well, anybody
Yeah.
that knows you going around me, any kind of time you're gonna be around me, I'm gonna pull some kind of laughter out of you. There's no way you're gonna be out of me around me at all. If you don't laugh, it's your fault. So I'll just tell you that now. If you don't
Yeah.
laugh, it's all your fault. But you definitely need to be around individuals that motivate you, and you definitely have to do the things that's going to help you to build certain ideas. And there's ideas that we have now that we want, and you just got to build on top of that. And so I
Mhm.
think things are always like some stairs, and you always should be taking different steps to make sure you're accomplishing those goals that you have. So these ideas that we have, put them into action. Let's let
Mhm.
it stop. We got to get stuff out of our head. We
Yeah.
got to stop allowing the thoughts that are in our head and these ideas that we have in our head just to lie dormant there. They can't stay. They just can't stay there anymore. They're starting to get stale. They're collecting dust. Let's not
Mhm.
do that. Let's build on that. And when you're talking to individuals and networking with individuals, more likely than not, they may be the individuals that might be able to motivate you to make sure that those ideas are accomplished.
Mhm.
And then once that individual motivates you to get those ideas done, now it's up to you to stay motivated so that you will be able to continue on with the journey. Because certain things aren't just I did it, I wrote a book, that's it. Okay, now
Mhm.
you done wrote the book. Now it needs to go ahead and get published. And now individuals need it. There's always more to something. It's just never,
Mhm.
oh, here's the idea and that's just it. If I wanted to open up a club, that's the thought. But how many things am I going to have to get? Is there going to be liquor that's going to be there? What's going to go inside of there?
Mhm.
They have these little hookah things. Are you going to have hookah to go in there? What is going to happen in your club? Is it a club? Is it a lounge? Is it going to be
Mhm.
live bands there? I mean, there's so many different things, but you got to get the idea. And then I'm going to start needing to talk to individuals. Got to get the idea out. And then after I talk to the individuals, now we got to put action to it. Got to get the ideas out. But it's all about getting the
Yeah.
ideas out. And once you start seeing the ideas start to come to pass, promise you, you won't stay motivated. You're like, oh, this is coming. You might get stressed out, but oh my God, I can see things happening. I'm really about to
Mhm.
have my business starting. Oh my God, people are really about. You'll stay motivated behind there, even in the process of us getting discouraged at time. Still, there's sometimes some kind of whiff of motivation that'll come in, and I don't want to be stagnated no more. My mind shifts.
Mhm.
Go ahead and make sure my actions are being actionable. And I'm not just going to say this is something that I need to take action on. I'm going to actually go ahead and take the
Yeah.
action on it, because my ideas can no longer just be in my brain collecting dust like those books in the box over in the corner somewhere. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so true. And that brings us into the next one, the final one. And it's so true, Tiffany. It builds attention, concentration, and effectiveness.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Reading, developing a growth mindset brings those things into attention, what needs to be taken care of. And
Uh-huh.
then you're acting upon those things. You're acting upon those things, those important things. You remember in your
Mhm.
goals and in your plans,
Mhm.
those are the things that need to be taken care of. You remember we talked about prioritizing things,
Mhm.
bring it into focus,
Right.
attention, concentration, where you can focus on what needs to be done in order to get that project going, started. And like you say, bringing in all of those,
Yeah.
other things, okay? And it's coming together. It's coming together. Now you're getting excited because you're seeing it come together. And
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about.
Mhm.
Instead of saying I can't afford, just go
Uh-huh.
do it. What
Yeah.
Nike said, just
Just
go
do it.
do it. Just
Just
do
do
it.
it.
Just do it. Okay?
Mhm.
Effectiveness.
Mhm.
Because you are an effective, your message has an
Mhm.
effective you know, how I want to say that,
Mhm.
has an effectiveness
Mhm.
over your audience.
Yeah.
Okay, if I can say it
Mhm.
that way, it will affect the way that they are living their lives. It will bring that transformation. It
Mhm.
will bring that motivation.
Mhm.
It will, and you have to see it this way. You have to see it
Mhm.
before you see it, or you'll never see it. It
Mhm.
will bring about that movement. Okay, as we, do these daily broadcasts, as we, do these conferences, as we're bringing before you, the expertise of Tiffany and myself and the other ladies that we're bringing together. This is motivating you. This is, and I know it's motivating you. I know it's bringing you great things into your life where you could see that there's possibilities for you, that there is a journey for you, that you have valid goals, you have valid dreams. It's bringing everything into focus. And if you're just sitting on the sidelines and say, well, I don't have anything, it's allowing you to see that you too could get in the game. It's time to stop sitting on the sideline and getting in the game and present to the world, on the world stage, that value that you have within inside of you. You have a lot of value. You have things inside of you that you haven't thought about in a long time. Maybe you don't even know, but it's stirring up on something on the inside of you. There's a fire that's burning on the inside of you. And this is your time to present those things on the world stage. Woman, you have value.
Yes.
You have value. And Tiffany, like I said, and like you were mentioning before, not I said, but you said it, before me, about, it was International Women's Day. And now it's the Women in the Month. Okay. If we could just share with the women like we have been doing, to see them, see for themselves what they can't see right now. It's a drop the mic thing.
Man.
It's a drop the mic thing. Because that's what we aim to do. Let them see their value. Develop a growth mindset. Stop saying that I can't afford. Stop saying that this is not for me. Stop saying that I don't have value.
Yeah. You have to understand your value. You have to do that. And I'm going to say what this says, right? Or the way I see it, because I see it at A, B, C, E. So you need to pay attention to yourself so that you will be able to build upon those ideas and those dreams that you end up having, and concentrate on those things to make sure that they come to pass, because we need to make sure that we're effective individuals and that the change that we want, the positive change that we want to see in our lives, we'll see the result of it. And there's going to be consequences to that. The consequence is you making sure that your goal is achieved. You're making sure that your life is successful. You're making sure that you have enhanced your life. So we need to make sure that we pay attention to our feelings, we pay attention to our emotions, and we're paying attention to the things that matter most to us, so that we're able to build a better life for us, and for not only us, but for our children and our children's children. We need to make sure that we're always constantly building, just like a bear, build a bear. We need to make sure that we're building up on our lives and make sure that we pay attention to that stuff. And we need to just be effective in any and everything that we do. We have to be effective, making sure we're finishing, as you like to say, finish strong. So we need to make sure that we finish it in the end and be continuous with our finishing of everything.
And that's so true. And that's perfectly said. And we just thank you for, joining us today on Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show, and talking about developing a growth mindset while you're reading. And I hope that you receive benefit from this. And I know that you did. I know that you did. But activate it and do something about it, okay? Don't stay stuck in that one place. Don't stay stuck. You might need to go back and listen to the replay. But if that's what you need to do, go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and do it.
Go ahead
and put that hashtag replay in there so that we know that you watched it again.
Yes. And, with that being said, don't forget to register for the free virtual conference that's coming up next week on the 16th, called Monetize You. And with that being said, remember this. This is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.
Grace and peace, everyone. Take care.